This is the brand new Switch Stove system from MSR. Let's take a look. So, the MSR Switch Stove. First of all, let's talk about the packaging. As a self-confessed packaging nerd myself, it's just the little touches like this, completely pointless, but stuff like that just instantly makes me feel like it's a decent quality product. You know, don't need to see that all the time, let's just tuck it away. Genius. Okay. So opening the box, there's absolutely no leaflets or anything hanging out. Smells like cardboard. Oh, hang on. I've lost my cup. There we go. All you've got in here is the stove itself and the cup that it's in. Why are you getting stuck so much? Oh, it doesn't lock in. That'll be why it didn't come out. Okay, so in here, there's absolutely nothing left inside the box, so we can get rid of that. This just leaves us with the MSR stove. First impressions, I really like the look of it. The cork is just a really nice touch. Most other brands have like neoprene or something like that, but this just instantly makes it feel a bit more like earthy, I suppose. It's removable so you can wash it, and apparently when it's wet, the cork is a lot grippier than something like neoprene, so. Oh yeah, and it obviously it won't melt. John's quite famously melted the whole outside of a jet boil before, so that's always handy. On the lid, you've kind of got your standard bits and pieces. You've got a sip cup on one side and strainer on the other. Oh, much more secure fit than the jet boil. That just sits over there really nicely and you can clip that into place. Oh, yes. Big fan. So looking inside, everything's nice and compact. First thing to come out is the gas canister holder. This comes as standard with the stove, which is not something you always get with one of these stoves, so that's really handy. I really like the idea that it's flexy in the middle as well, so the idea being that it can actually sit between the stove rather than having to fold up, so that's a real cool thing. The stove itself, the regulator, is nice and long, so you can kind of, you're not going to get your fingers burnt or anything like that, which is super handy. That folds in. You've got the igniter on the side there, and this doesn't look like an overly kind of engineered design, like it doesn't screw in or anything. This literally just sits on the top, but from what I can see, it looks like it's going to be a fairly snug fit. So yeah, as you can see, it's got a tiny little lip, so it does stop it from moving around. Like I don't think that's going to go anywhere, especially when it's loaded. So not quite as overly designed as the jet boils and stuff, but it looks like it's going to do the trick. Then you've also got these extending arms as well, just for like pots and stuff like that, anything a bit bigger than the standard footprint of one of these stoves. And it's just really nice. Anodized, looks sexy. You're going to want it, aren't you? Where should I put this? Should I put this over here? Cool. What else we got? Instructions. Yeah. And lastly, we have the cleaning cloth. So this is A for cleaning and I think B for protection. The one thing that I've immediately noticed about this stove is the, I'm going to say spherical. The spherical bottom.
Convex? Concave.
Convex, concave. Should we go with rounded? The rounded base. So immediately when you look inside, both on the inside and on the out, it's got this kind of rounded feature at on the base of the stove. I think the idea of this is that it's meant to spread the heat, so as the flame hits it, it kind of goes around rather than hitting the bottom and dispersing. It kind of wraps the whole bottom of the stove, which is cool. Another good thing about that is that everything stacks up in a different order. So this goes in first, then you have this, and then your gas canister will go on top. The main pro of that is you're not going to end up with that rusty kind of like lip stain on the bottom. I know a lot of people do like paper towels and stuff like that, but this just feels like a slightly cleaner and easier way to do it. Inside the stove, there's also measurements as well. Got 2 cups and a max fill of 0.6 litres. On your external cup, you've also got the standard 100, 300 and 500 ml increments on there. We've talked about the gas holder, we've talked about the lid, we've talked about everything. That is basically what you're going to get. The next thing to do is for me to find a canister, go outside, get this thing in use in the wild, and we'll be back with a review soon. So hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you there. Cheers. We should probably do a boil comparison as well with the jet boil. I think that'd be good.